Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, let's talk globally. It really feels like things are changing globally in how families live and the type of homes people are choosing. It's no longer just about traditional nuclear family in a detached house. There's a shift happening. Today, I want to explore a trend gaining momentum globally, multi-generational living. This movement often aligns with innovative housing models, such as multiplexes or co-located homes, where multiple generations live in a close proximity while maintaining distinct living spaces. Instead of everyone being crammed into one big house, these models allow for independence while also fostering close family connections. I have gathered some fascinating insights that shed light on this shift. For those who want a solid understanding but don't have the hours to dive into research, I'll break it down into key takeaways. Our goal today is to unpack what multi-generational, multi-family, or co-located living looks like. We'll explore how it compares to traditional Canadian housing, what drives this trend, and what lessons we can learn from global examples. To start, let's define what we mean by multi-generational or co-located living. It's not simply a case of everyone living under one roof. Instead, it's a more refined approach. Multiple generations living close by but in separate units. This could be in a cluster of townhomes, separated apartments in the same building, or even smaller homes on a shared plot of land. One example from our previous video is the multiplex housing we designed in the city of Burnaby. The lot is 7,000 square feet with a slight slope and a back lane. Instead of building a large house, we built two duplexes on the lot, one at the front and one at the rear. The multiplex is designed to cater to grandparents, parents, and potentially grandchildren in the future. It can also be rented out if some family members choose to live elsewhere, making a win-win for everyone. For those interested in this topic, we've added a link to the video in the description for more information. Now let's head to Berlin. One example is Zuidkreuz. It's a thoughtfully designed district that caters to a diverse range of people, including families, students in micro apartments, and residents in subsidized units, all within the same space. The deliberate mix of residents is a key part of its success. Now let's take a closer look. This master plan development includes shared amenities like gyms, libraries, co-working spaces, nurseries, and playgrounds. These spaces create natural opportunities for intergenerational interactions, reinforcing a strong sense of community. Bluefield Housing in Australia takes a different approach, but in a clever way. Instead of just adding extra rooms or granny flats, they built small self-contained units, about the size of a garage, right in the backyard. These spaces fit naturally with the existing home. So from the street, it still feels like a regular single-family house. But behind the scenes, it operates more like a small cluster of homes, each with its own legal and financial setup. They even go as far as retilting the property so the backyard unit gets its own strata line. The idea isn't to cram more in, it's to rethink how we use those spaces we already have. And to maintain neighborhood aesthetics, the original home must remain, and any new builds must be compliant with the existing landscaping. So what's driving this trend globally? It's not just about architectural innovation. Economic factors play a massive role. Rising costs of housing, childcare, elder care, and the general living expenses are pushing families to find creative ways to pool resources. In places like Spain, Italy, and Greece, about 20% of older adults already live with at least one of their children, largely due to financial pressures. It's not only about money. There's also a strong social and emotional aspect to multi-generational living. Many families want to stay connected and maintain close relationships across generations. For aging parents, being near their children and grandchildren provide a sense of comfort and security. For younger adults starting their careers, it offers a safety net and support system. The increase in remote work is also influencing housing choices, giving people more flexibility to move closer to family. Of course, there are challenges. Living in close proximity to family can sometimes lead to stress. Surveys show that around 75% of people in multi-generational households experience some level of tension. Thoughtful design is essential to balance shared and private spaces. Other logistical concerns include parking availability and complexity of legal and financial arrangements. What lessons can Canada take from these international models? The creative thinking behind Bluefield Housing could help address housing shortages in established suburbs without resorting to high-density development. Similarly, Zucrois demonstrates the benefits of designing mixed housing communities that cater to different life stages. Canada could explore pilot programs that streamline the process for home builders to build Bluefield-style dwellings and adjust zoning laws to encourage mixed-use developments with shared amenities. Ultimately, multi-generational living and diverse housing models offer promising solutions for affordability and community building. While they're not a one-size-fits-all answer, they provide a valuable insight into how we can create more inclusive and age-friendly communities. So how can we apply these ideas to Canada? How can we build houses that support all generations, from young families to older adults? These are all important questions worth exploring as we rethink the future of our neighborhoods. And that's it for today. Thank you, and see you in the next one.